Hello and welcome back to Brassic Classics. As you can see, I finally have my Series 1 107 new chassis. And as you can see, it's galvanised and it's very, very nice. It's been a bit of a wait. I ordered this about 6 months ago. Yeah, you're probably wondering why I bought a new chassis. If you check out the other videos, you'll see that the original chassis was a mess. It was a complete mess. It would have taken, I'd need to put a new front end on, a new rear end, and plate it throughout. And for me, that just doesn't really feel like a restoration, you know. I know there were other options. I could have got an Australian import chassis, an original chassis, but from a dry climate. But again, they're not rust free. People sell them as rust free, but when you actually look, there is rust on them, and you can't see inside the box section. So again, for me, it's not what I would class as what I wanted to do. That's what I say about that. So I decided to buy a Richard chassis. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't cheap. This chassis cost just under £6,000. That's galvanised and delivered. I think it was something like £5,748. And I'll just take you now to have a look at the chassis. It's a good quality chassis, it's very nice. And then we'll come back. Okay, so to give you a quick walk round of the Series 1 107 galvanised brand new Richard chassis. It's really nice, welding's lovely on it. Yeah, spot on. Outriggers are really nice, you can see. Matches the original chassis, perfectly. So there you go, dumb irons actually exist, unlike the original. So the next stage for me is to get the original paint colour matched. I've got a piece of the original chassis with the original paint, so I'm going to get that scanned, because this will be painted the original blue, which is there. So it's going to be paint the chassis, and then it's get leaf springs, get the axles finished, which is 95% of the way there, just a couple of bits to do, and start getting it back together. There is still a lot of work, obviously, as you can see, but this is a massive part of the project here, so happy days. Okay, so there you have it, one brand new 107 Series 1 chassis. I just wanted to say quickly, as I said earlier, I got this from Richard Chassis. I ordered it about 6 months ago, I think it was. Obviously, because of the coronavirus, it's arrived late, which is fine. I haven't got a problem with that. But I did have a few issues with it, if I'm honest. The customer service at Richard Chassis is really poor, to be honest. Not good at all. Communication-wise, getting back to you on emails. And then stuff like emailing me and checking if the chassis is meant to be galvanised. And I'm thinking, well, I've ordered this as a galvanised chassis. It should be all on the order sheet. And you kind of think, wait a minute, how do you not know but it's galvanised. I paid for a galvanised chassis, therefore, surely you have records of this. But that was fine. I think, okay, you know, I can let that go. That's not a big deal. I'd rather they check and get it right. That's fine. Yeah, when it came to delivery, I spoke to the guy. I paid for it, you know, via phone, and I said to him, look, before you bring this, just give me a call now before you turn up, so I know it's coming. Because my workshop's not where I live, so I wanted to make sure that someone's going to be here to you know, take it, because it's an expensive piece of chassis, obviously, and yeah, I wanted to be here to take delivery of it and make sure everything's fine. That didn't happen. Nobody phoned me. Luckily, a friend of mine, Steve, who's got the workshop next door, was here. They turned up with a lorry and just dumped it outside on the floor. Didn't put anything under it. I mean, it's galvanised, so obviously you don't want to scratch that. And yeah, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, that I didn't get a phone call, which I was, you know, I asked for. I was promised. I said, oh yeah, no worries, we'll let you know, not a problem. And they just unloaded it and just left it. So this is where Richard Chassis thought would be the best place to put it. Yeah. I just think it's not really that great. I mean, I'm lucky here. It's a secure yard. I know everyone here. But if you're on a big industrial estate, you know what I mean? What would they have said if I'd turned up and said, well, where's the chassis? It hasn't turned up. If someone had stolen it, you know, if someone had just turned up and gone, oh, I love that. Where would that have left me? Would they be responsible for that, or would I? So yeah, I am a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest, in Richard Chassis. The chassis itself, don't get me wrong, it's great. It's really well made, it's spot on. But as I said, their customer service needs a lot of improvement, a lot. Would I buy from Richard Chassis again? It all depends on. Yeah, obviously, I'll see how this chassis goes, see how easy it all goes together, check it. If it's, as I said, the chassis is great, the customer service is awful. And that for me is a big part, especially if you're paying this sort of money. You know, customer service is not something that's hard to get right. You just have to care. And I just felt like they didn't really care. And I think it's a shame. So would I use Richard Chassis again? Probably not at this point, if I'm honest. So, something to bear in mind. I'm not trying to run them down. This is my experience. As I said, the chassis is great. But yeah, definitely, I'd definitely look at other companies next time. Not, as I say, not due to the quality of what I got, but just because of the customer service. Anyway, it's enough about the negatives. So yeah, next stage is paint this, which I'm going to go get the paint now, go get it ordered. I need to order. I'm going to put parabolics on this. I know that's a little bit controversial because it's not. It wouldn't have had them originally. It didn't have parabolics. It would have had leaf springs. But I don't want to say this is a. It's a restoration. It's not a resto mod, but it kind of is, I guess, because I want it to be usable. I don't really want this to be. I mean, I've driven plenty of Land Rovers with parabolics, and that's bad enough. So the idea of putting original leaves on it, I want it to be drivable. I want to be able to use it. Yeah, it's going to be a patina truck. It's going to be a patina truck, but with, yeah, mechanically completely new. Yeah, everything's been gone through. Everything's, if it needs replacing, it's being replaced. Hence why I'm sat on this new chassis. So yeah, I'm going to go parabolic. I need to buy the springs, the shocks, the shackles. Finish the axles, as I said, and then we'll have a rolling chassis. And then it's time to strip the engine down further and decide whether me and Steve can tackle that or whether I'll send it to the engine builder and he can do it. But yeah, it's a big part of the project done. Yeah, exciting times. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please do like, share and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, there's a link here. And yeah, thank you very much. From Brassic Classics, goodbye.